What's good, everybody? It's your boy L. Shay Duke Jackson, back at it again with your favorite black male show, the Brother Peel Podcast. And man, we're back at it again here in the prelim season. Obviously, we're going to bring everybody together. We're just doing another episode to get y'all warmed up for the preseason of it. So we're in the preseason right now, and I'm 1/3 of the Peel, but right now I'm one half. I'm O'Shea Duke Jackson. Let me introduce the brother. Introduce himself. Go ahead, brother.
What's happening? LAR movement still moving. Let's get this trash talking and shenanigans popping.
All right, so guys, as you guys know, man, all of our issues revolve around like black African American male issues, right? So LAR is probably I'm number two, but LAR is actually better than me. He's the best evergreen content creator in Black YouTube. He's the GOAT, and so every year he produces the majority of the content on the Brother Pill. And today his topic is how dusty can he be and still get women? I think this is a great topic, brother. Why are we talking about this today?
Well, since people tripping about average at best.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how below average at best can you be as a guy and still get them cheeks?
Mm-hmm.
And you can be pretty low.
Okay.
So
How low?
Let's see. How many baby mamas does it take to stop? How many? How many in between jobs can you be? How many penicillin shots can you make her take and still be there?
Mm-hmm.
You know, how many times can you borrow money and still be there? Like, how many times can you get caught cheating and still be there? How many times can you drink Lil James juicy juices and Capri Suns and
Right.
eat his honey buns and oatmeal pies and still be there?
Mm-hmm.
How many hefty garbage bags can you live out of and still be there? I mean,
let me ask you this though, right? Because I think with the hobosexual, not homo but hobo, as you were just referring to, like when we think about dusty guys, right, or the dusty brothers, we would always think like, okay, this is a guy who actually looks better than the normal brother. And that's kind of how I felt when I was a little bit younger. Like, okay, well, these guys who black women think they're more attractive, they get a chance to be more dusty. And then I found out as I've gotten older that that's simply not true. It's not even the fact that they look, because he got ugly niggas that's dusty that still be doing their thing, right? Do you think that guys, like, what's the parameters that dusty guys can get away with certain things that maybe other guys can't get away with?
Well, first and foremost, you got to be in a dusty position so she could feel like she better than you. So the minute you got to be in a position to get kicked out at any given moment, that makes you great dust dating material. She got to feel like she could. You were her arm candy. She got to feel like she wear the boxes and you wear the thong. And if you could do that, and you could live with that, then you'll be great. Looks don't matter. You could have, you could have a triangle hairline like Arsenio Hall in the 90s. It really does, like Calvin Murphy right now. Like it doesn't matter.
Wait, Calvin Murphy. Let me make sure I put a picture up of Calvin Murphy while you say that so they know. Did you say hairline like who?
Calvin Murphy.
Okay, y'all see Calvin Murphy right there. So we want y'all to see what he's talking about. Go ahead.
So this is, as long as you play Xbox and PlayStation well, maybe eat a little ass. Suck a toe or two. If you could pay for Moscato every now and then. And by the way, you gotta be at least looked in her eyes as a guy who could possibly beat up her baby daddy at her request. If you could fit that criteria, you in there.
You in there.
You in there. Maybe a felony, maybe a misdemeanor. Something that, maybe you could be a street entrepreneur who really ain't making that kind of money. You still got a box Chevy and, cut up leather seats in the back of a Monte Carlo. But as long as you make it look good,
right,
be able to give her cash in hand. Oh, and by the way, as you cannot complain of how bad she let herself go, because you let your life go. People think it's a sex thing. I mean, homosexuals, you got to smash like you got nowhere to live, because you got nowhere to live.
Right. That's a good point. Say that again.
You got to smash like you got nowhere to live, because you got nowhere to live.
Let me jump in on this, because you bring up a good point that I think a lot of guys have been talking about. And most brothers now, I mean, because we both college graduates. It's not uncommon to hear African American men say that they're college graduates. It might have been like 20 years ago, but now it's not it's more common. And so what's happening now is what you're seeing with the opening of the economies and the different ways that guys can maneuver and make money and stuff, plus having college. A lot of guys are not as stationary as they were before. So they can acquire more skill sets. The online economy has opened things up. So what happens is that a lot of women, in my opinion, black women at least, these ladies are very, in my opinion, like guys that are more successful, they're intimidated by these guys. Okay. And the reason why they're intimidated, because they thought that they were the only ones who were doing it. That's been the propaganda in Black America, that, black women are the only ones going to school. Black women are the only ones that are achieving. Niggas are in jail, right? They're in jail. They robbing liquor stores, stealing the guts out the pig while they still living. This is what niggas are doing. But as we have seen, black men individually, I mean, not as a group, because we know as a group we're not doing that, but individually you have a lot of black men that are doing things. They're more represented than what people thought they were. Even in the military, like 20% of black men are in the military, according to the forces. So now these women are coming out, and these guys don't need them like that. And the things that women used to pride themselves on, which is being feminine, which is, being a nurturer. Well, they feel like they don't have to do that, right? So there's two things happening at the same time. The men don't really need them for all of that, because now you got guys that are, cooking for themselves, taking care of the new guy now in our age group or younger. He can take care of his own bills. He's investing in Bitcoin and stuff like that. And he's trying to, figure out ways to do things. So he's already his mind's made up that he don't even really need a wife. Or if it comes, cool. If not, he's good. Right. And the woman is like, well, I'm not about to submit to this nigga and do anything for him. For what? And then what happens is she still wants somebody. The guy that she should be trying to compete for her, she thinks she's better than that guy still, or intimidated by that guy. I think she's really intimidated by him, but she wants to act like she's better than him when she's not. Let's just be honest, right? So the guy who is dusty, that's the nigga that she can control. You know what I'm saying? Like you said. And a lot of guys, if you ever hear a nigga say something like, yeah, man, I sell drugs, man, but my girl, she got a master's in business. She a pharmacist. What that tells me is that lady has low self-esteem. And with a lot of sisters out there that date these guys with the narrative that they can't find nobody, it's bullshit. That's dealing with low self-esteem. Okay. And the low self-esteem is, I really don't deserve a guy like that. Because they don't, in our community, they haven't been taught or trained. So then you go with this nigga that you get that you want to control, that you can have him a house husband, you can have him doing things now. And then when it don't work out, then it's everybody's fault that it didn't work out. But that's the only kind of guy that she likes. Not likes, but this is the only kind of guy that he know that he can't get nowhere. God forbid he get his shit together and get on. He gonna leave her too. You know what I'm saying? So then if she hits the wall, she ain't got to work out because he ain't got nowhere else to go. You know what I'm saying? And really, the sisters, let's just be honest, LAR, they are not requiring black men to do anything to achieve them. Like if we really want to be honest about this, sisters are not requiring black men to do anything. Not even the guys that are like the ladies that are doing very well, very beautiful, pretty, educated. They don't have no standards for like what this guy's supposed to do. Which means that they'll date anybody from the lawyer nigga to the nigga that can't even read and write. And when you're able to deal with those kind of guys, it messes things up. Another thing too, Elion, before I go back to you. Once you get through dating down a few times, it just tarnishes your mentality. So you're not able to even appreciate a guy when he come along. Because a lot of sisters try that. They deal with Ronnie, no condom Ronnie. And then once they get through dealing with no condom Ronnie, they want to come back and deal with the guy. But then he has messed their head up so much, they can't appreciate the guy, and boom. And once you go dusty, you can't once you go black, you don't go back. Once you go dusty, you don't go back. Because you cannot deal in dusty and then go to somebody that has standards. It's not gonna work like that.
Well, let's go down this rabbit hole.
Okay.
Poverty swagger is attractive in our community. People keep thinking about this swag. No, the swag is really poverty swag. You're attracted to wife beater swag. When people was wearing felines in the 80s and 90s type of swag, which means I could look the best I can look on this $37 budget.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about it is, you can be dusty because there is no structure when you dusty. There is no discipline when you dusty. See, the word submit will never come up when you're dusty.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you can live in chaos, because that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The chaos of no structure is very much so attractive because of the freedom of no structure. But the lifestyle of no structure is always stressful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And when people say, I don't want drama, the minute you used to hear people say, I don't like drama and I don't want drama, their life was filled with drama.
It's so true. Say it again.
The minute you hear people say, I don't like drama and I don't want drama, their life was filled with drama. And at the end of the day, a lot of people don't want to admit this, but you do not know how to actually cooperate in an actual drama-less, drama-free relationship. So you gotta be with Dusty, because Dusty keeps the pot stirring. He don't even have to do nothing. All he have to do is be Dusty, because the laziness is drama. That I gotta do all this on my own is drama. Then why are you what you doing on Tinder? I caught you. It's drama. The stupidity of two people being together that are obviously idiots keeps drama going. And the best part about it is, when you said, you can never go back from being Dusty, the irony of it is, with some of these people, you got with your baby daddy that had a baby you like. Then you tried to date up and that guy didn't want you. And now you stuck with a older version of your baby daddy. So the issue becomes, you're actually mad because if your baby daddy actually came up since then, you dealing with a bummy version of your baby daddy that ain't real no more.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool if you want to be better than the guy. Cool. Okay. Be better than him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. He gonna borrow your car.
Oh yeah.
If you better than him.
Mm-hmm.
And the irony about when you say the neo guys, the newer guys who can operate, they can keep a clean house and clean clothes. The dusty cats, they actually not known for keeping a clean house and clean clothes. So you can't even get him to do housework. The best you might get is a toasted peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So this is why guys laugh at it. Because we say we got low standards, and we do as black men. We got low standards.
Oh yeah.
You know what? We'll smash a retarded duck if the butt big enough on it.
Oh yeah.
But some of you ladies, a lot of y'all standards lower than ours.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, listen. If you still smashing Future Raw, and you thinking this will come up, I mean, hey,
right.
We are talking about the same group of people who, some of y'all seem to forget about this. If you can twerk in front of your children, what kind of man can you actually keep?
Uh-oh.
I mean, I'm just saying. You know, let's just be real. If your kid going to Zoom class and your kid got negative Fs and they in the house, what kind of man can you keep?
Right.
You know, shout out to the Godfather. If you're the type of person who think you could get a man who'll pay for your kids to go to private school when they got a daddy.
Who won't pay for them to go to private school, by the way?
You dusty.
Yeah.
And the best part about it is dusty men are the kings of optionless women. You know?
Yes.
You just, you know, dusty is your prize for messing up all the good opportunities you had. And now you just got to be stuck with this guy. Yes, he got mud stains in his underwear, and you gonna have to clean it up. Yes, his socks got holes in them from old crusty fingernails that are sharp, but you gonna have to get him some more socks.
Right.
He's the guy that goes out and he can't pronounce any of the food on the menu. So unless you eating wings and fries, he gonna embarrass you. But you picked him. Because that's all you got left.
Right.
See, when y'all thought them dreads was cool, and the gold teeth was cool, and the face tattoos was cool, and the whole body tattoo was cool, and he real street was cool, y'all forgot something. And this is part of the I like bad boys. Bad boys do not evolve into businessmen, they evolve into dusty men. So at the end of the day, and you still got a weed habit, you still got an alcohol problem, you still taking Percocets. See, people don't want to talk about y'all being high as a kite. Ain't nobody in the house. Your kids getting on your nerves, and you done got into it with your baby daddy or daddies, and now you can't take them over their house. So it's only one type of person that'll smash you while the cartoons is playing in the living room, and they call him for mama's name. Dusty. This is where we at. And I love it. Because now you got to ask yourself, who you been with? Who you been with? Oh, I mean, my last boyfriend, he had just got out. He had did 27 years and he only got 3 fingers now, but he's a good man. He got a good heart. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, by the way, we're going to do this. We're going to take it there. How vulgar can I get?
Go. Well, let's see what you got. If it's too bad, we edit it out.
Okay. I edit myself out then.
Okay. Okay.
Y'all think us guys don't know that one of the reasons why you like dusty guys is because some of them have little sexual deviant behaviors that you couldn't do with an actual straight man.
Uh-oh.
How do I, you know?
Yeah, that's
See, some of y'all want to be intersectional in the
yeah.
bedroom.
We need to do a show on that. You was telling me about that a little bit earlier, and there's a Facebook post that I want to respond to with these same sentiments. But go ahead.
See, I got an old college story.
Mm.
My homegirl was like, I don't like this guy anymore. Why? Well, we were getting into it, and I
Hold on a
kept,
second. Dating music. Go ahead.
oh yeah, and I kept rubbing this vibrator around his butt, and he didn't. And I'm sitting there like, well, I mean, you should have just, you know, took a shot in the dark and see where it went, I guess. See, some of y'all don't see, there are guys out here who they look hard and real manly in public, but in private, their legs are V-shaped pointing into the atmosphere. But y'all don't want to, but some of y'all like that.
Yeah.
Some of y'all like sticking fingers in foreign objects in these guys. And some of these guys like that too. And you know what that means? Because some of you ladies, you like dusty guys because that's the guy who will let you emasculate him. Not only in public, but all the way to the bedroom. But
We gotta do a show on that.
it's all good, lady. Because there's some things you could try with Dusty, man. You ain't gonna try with a guy who ain't Dusty. You can't try stuff with people who got the power to dump you. And the best part about some of you guys who are Dusty is y'all can meet to these chicks if you wanted to, but you ain't got no leg to stand on. You know, because a lot of y'all, and I'm sorry I had to say it this way. There are a lot of black men who know for a fact I could be as dusty as Dirty D and Pootie Tang. There's always going to be a woman who wants me.
Right.
You know, you could be Jeremy Meeks. Oh, Lord, he looked good in the pen. Oh, okay.
Right.
No problem. No problem. You could walk around. Boy. And ladies, let's be real with it. Since we're going to do this, let's do this. If Von Miller didn't have money, he'd still get it.
His hairline is dusty. Put up Von Miller's hairline, please. That hairline is struggling.
I'm just saying. Let's like ladies want to talk these shenanigans, but I can run off 10, 15, 20, 30, 176,000 black men who y'all said is no good, ain't ish, trifling. He ain't a real man. And you know what I noticed? He ain't never without a woman.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he slept with my mama and my baby sister. But he's still with you though, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah. He was caught raping pit bull puppies. But I love him. Some of y'all heard the little knocks in the bedroom with your kids saying, no, stop. And y'all still with her. So how dusty can you be? You could be extra dusty. You could be as dusty as a child in the 80s playing baseball in the hood. And it's no big deal. It's no big deal. That's why I don't understand. You know how they had this abandonment talk?
Mm-hmm.
We were abandoned. Well, I mean, the majority of y'all was dating somebody who was dusty. You wasn't abandoned. He ain't had nowhere to go. You told him to leave, remember? You can't be here. He abandoned us. No. You messed up his hefty bag on the way out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, let's if you want to find out who's how low you can go, you remember how you used to go to the mall and they used to have a fake jewelry section?
Yeah.
That's the jewelry section that'll pick up all the dust magnet women. If you see a couple at that place, I guarantee you, she fronting. She fronting. Let me get that watch. They got no diamonds in it. It look like it got all diamonds in it. Okay. Let me get that 14 karat gold. Yeah, nickel plated chain. Bruh, I love my people, and I just love how Dusty. When I brought up Future earlier, how many other people could we bring up?
A lot. It's like that. We just probably don't know who they are, but it's a lot of niggas. It's, what's the dude he used to play?
No. What about those 3 guys in Tennessee that had like 80 something children?
Yeah, that was on the Fix My Life show.
Funny. Did any of them women act like they was leaving?
Nope. Let me wait on this before I forget, right? And because we talk about dustiness, I want to do a show on this because a lot of times, like, with the advent of social media, what you hear a lot of sisters say, because, social media has allowed like a lot of black women, I mean, I'm just talking about not black women in general, but just women in general, to get a lot of clout. Like, in other words, back in the 90s, when we would say, well, niggas are always trying to talk to me. If it was with a girl, niggas are always trying to talk to me, but I'm with you. You should feel lucky. I used to hear sometimes. And then on social media, girls would always get approached, liking their pictures and things. So now these women have a little bit of a pseudo confidence because, if they post a picture, they got like 2,000 likes and guys calling them queens and all this other stuff. But it's funny because why don't those women who have like the biggest social media followings, are they ever in relationships really? I'll tell you exactly why. It's a lot of dusty niggas that follow them, right? It's just what it is. And wherever you go, there you are. And so you have a lot of women out there who really feel like they have options for the simple fact that they have guys trying to talk to them on social media, or they have guys trying to talk to them on Instagram, or they have guys trying to approach them. So they believe like, I'm actually being single for a reason, but I have so much offer, so many guys trying to talk to me. Let's be honest, those are dudes that's trying to just we know what those guys are trying to do. Those guys are trying to screw, all right? And guys that are really like worthwhile for them that that could approach them, it's either two things. One, the guys that they want don't want them. That's the biggest issue. Because a lot of these women that are on social media that are getting like, even guys in real life are trying to approach them. For whatever reason, a lot of times I think they believe that they are better than the decent guys that are approaching them, or they deserve better, right? That's nothing that keeps women dusty. Like, you have that like that I can do bad all by myself kind of archetype where, if I don't get what I truly deserve, I'll just do nothing, and at the same time I'll be messing with this dusty guy while somebody better comes along, and then that guy never comes along. Or they're just never able to get the guy that they would like, which is what we saw about the average chick that was on Kevin Samuel's show. And a lot of women forget that even if you're on social media and you have pictures, I'm not saying that all women do this, but guys can tell if they can approach you even on social media by your profiles. Like, dusty niggas know where to go and who to like and who not to like, who not to inbox. But for whatever reason, if you have certain photos up there, you ain't even got to have on no clothes. Some people have that hood rat look. They got that hood rat filter. And so niggas was like, oh yeah, that's exactly where I'm supposed to be. If you're in certain Facebook groups. So the thing is, like, a lot of women out there use that as an argument, like, well, I have a lot of niggas trying to talk to me. I have a lot of niggas trying to do this and that. But the guys that are trying to talk to you, these niggas can't even read and write. You know what I'm saying? And so the whole, the whole population of niggas in the cohort are just dusty as hell, right? And I also wanted to say this for guys who are a little bit more progressive. I think COVID. I'm not gonna say even out the playing field a little bit more, but a lot of people lost their jobs, and obviously, I'm very sorry about that during COVID. A lot of people made a lot of money during COVID, but what we were able to see is that those guys who were able to still do very well. The question for those women who want a guy that's progressive is like, where do I fit in? Okay. And a lot of women ask themselves that question in their mind, like, this guy has everything going on for himself. Let's say if he's been in a few countries, he owns his own home. A lot of black men own homes. He's doing very well in his career. The question is, well, outside of what I have, in the Motel 6 bedroom, what else? How else can I fit in? And then here's the issue. When women look at that toolbox of skill sets that are developed not for the career, but for a relationship, they're aware that those skill sets are not there. They might be a good cook, but when it comes to, getting along, being able to reason, being able to work through hard times, being able to be supportive, being able to be in a relationship that is boring, as you said, right? Because it's not as exciting. When things are going well in the business or well in a relationship, a lot of times it's boring, right? And when the sisters look at their skill sets that they're not built for that, it's something that they don't want to work on. So then they just bail. And a lot of sisters in the black community bail because they're scared to work on those skills. Like if you look at sports, I always talk about guys like Jason Kidd and guys like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, what was the draft stock on him on draft night? Hey, this guy can't make a mid-range jumper. And then if you look at his career, in his late 30s, he will kill you from the mid-range. That was from the mid-range. He's playing with him and Chris Paul. Those guys will kill you from the mid-range. Harold Miner has all the athleticism in the world. He can't shoot an open jump shot, right? So he's out the league. A lot of women don't understand that there are some things that are going to keep you in the game. Maybe when your looks go away, maybe they don't want to work on those things. So when they don't want to work on those things, there's always a nigga who don't require nothing from you, and that's dusty niggas.
See, dusty niggas know how to profile you. If you built like a gummy bear, you in there. If you got hair color like a Marvel character, you in there.
Oh yeah.
If you got dirty car seats in your car, you in there. And since you brought up social media, if you got a dating profile and your ass can't spell, you in there. For some of you ladies for some odd reason you don't get this, my kids is my life, you in there. See,
my kids come first.
That's a good one, exactly. This idea that you're better than a guy, you're very much so the equivalent to a dusty guy. And dusty guys can prey on it. See, all men across the board know what kind of guy you can get. Mm-hmm. And dusty guys know you can't get nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all you. You all I got, and I'm all you got.
Right.
And sometimes ladies get insulted, but it's like, no, like you knew what this was. When he met you, you was drinking straight Hennessy outside of a nightclub at 11:30 with a, with a form-fitting dress, but you had a stomach like Haloti Nada. You knew he was like, I'm gonna get her. She the one. See, y'all don't want to. Just because you went to school and got a degree, that don't mean you're not dusty. There are plenty of people here dusty with a degree. Because your degree has nothing to do with your actual interpersonal skills with another human being. If I go to your house and you got ramen noodles and hot dog packets and you're 35, you dusty. If your kids is eating, old cereal, but you go to lunch at work, see, y'all don't realize guys know what's up with y'all. Guys know a lot of y'all don't like y'all kids. A lot of y'all don't like y'all self. See, this low self-esteem and this low character, it's written all over your face. So this idea that, you can do better and you deserve better, no, you don't. No, you don't. Because you don't do the things that people who deserve better do. I could throw a rock and say, oh, yeah. All you gonna get is Dusty Darrell. That's it. That's all you got, baby. It's Dusty Darrell. Like, how you know I'm gonna just get that? Lady, if you ever had a good job and you dated somebody that was a dope boy, you're forever in the Dusty category.
Right.
Forever. It's no getting out of this. If you got a stripper tattoo, the thigh tattoo, the tramp stamp, oh yeah, if you got another dude name tattooed on your body and now you try to cover it up with another, you dusty.
Oh yeah.
Hey, listen.
Don't forget them Old Navy flip flops with the dirt bottom.
Oh.
And the flower in the middle.
If you got a cross tattooed on your body, we know what it is. A Bible scripture, oh, we know what it is. Because y'all like to do this now. These forearm tattoos and chest tattoos.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Y'all gotta understand, like this is easy, man. This is easier than picking a black person at a Klan rally. This is easy. And y'all want to act like, okay, well, these men need to be better men. The men that you're attracted to will never be better men. The men that you want, you will never be good enough to get them. See, guys who aren't dusty actually have standards.
Right.
So you know what? How about this question? How can you keep a non-dusty man? How about that? What can you do to keep a guy who's not dusty? And I guarantee you,
they don't know.
The same stuff that you do to keep a dusty dude exists. What if a guy actually has a closet? He doesn't have a hefty bag. How do you keep that guy? The guy who doesn't need your car. How do you keep that guy? What about the guy who not gonna babysit your damn kids? How do you keep that guy? The guy that's gonna tell you, why don't you take them to their daddy's house? No, I'm not gonna do that. How you keep him? How you keep the guy that's actually gonna buy you something for Valentine's Day? Because we all know the dusty protocol, right? get with a pre-holiday. Maybe I get some free food on Thanksgiving. Get a gift or two by Christmas. Now we go out for New Year's. Maybe get some sex in that, you know. And by pre-Valentine's Day, we got to break up because I don't want to get in that. We all know how this works. And then you're gonna be back at church, and then somebody else gonna pick you up for Mother's Day. But for some odd reason, y'all act like y'all don't know the game. As a matter of fact, if you and your friends are single and you're a woman, y'all dusty. If y'all going to get brunch every day on Sunday and Saturday talking about men, you're dusty. If you tired of men and now you dating women, but you want to be with a man, you're dusty. And better yet, if your baby daddy wind up getting married and you still single, but he the one that ain't no good, you dusty. We gotta get down to the real facts about these things, man. Because I know the guys who can get a million women. Some of them got gold teeth, some of them got no teeth. You know, it's not a big deal. You can talk about guys being in shape and out of shape and having a bad hairline. Look, as long as you got a beard and a hefty bag nowadays, it's a go. That's what it is. It's a go. Tell me who's not being taken right now. And I'm gonna say it because there's no other way to say it. If you could come out of jail and marry Nicki Minaj, I mean, like I said, how dusty can you be and still get somebody? That's how dusty you can be in our community. Oh, you're a pedophile? Oh, no problem. Let me just marry Nicki Minaj. That's cool. Bam, we got this. Anybody else? Can you top that? Tim. I mean, the other dude was in jail and he was winding up like what, almost married to a billionaire. Like, you know, dusty guys be coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Didn't you do a video about guys getting cash apped in jail?
You know, which is funny because I'm actually in that group as we speak. And there are 7 niggas in the feds with like 300 people watching. Yeah. So it's going down. That's my next video. As we speak. I'm watching it right now.
Ladies,
trying to screenshot them right now. They're going to be mad at me. I don't care. They're going to be mad.
You can't cash at me. And I'm free.
Well, man, let's wrap this up, man. Go ahead and tell the people, man, where they can find you at as far as information and all that.
You can find me at a dusty woman's house. You know, eating up all the flaming hot Cheetos.
Right.
I'm there eating your babies, Garanimals and all of that. And on YouTube at LAR Movement. So that's where I'm at.
All right, guys. And again, it's been another installment of the Brother Pill podcast, man. I'm just so glad that, the brothers came through and, wanted to watch the show. We're still working on getting a little bit more stable. I do have some things I'm trying to clear, but we're going to come back. It's more of a long form show, and it takes a while to edit it, man. But I really, really, really thank you. Thank you, brothers, for supporting us over the years. We do thank you for that. Make sure you go check out LAR at the first comment pinned to the top, guys. And hey, we'll be back. Hopefully we'll be recording another one tomorrow. And always remember, the buffoonery is an all-time high. Any last words, bro?
No, I gotta get my dust on.
All right, man. Peace out, everybody.
Hey.